Dark clouds gathered over the land, heralding the beginning of Turkey's nightmare. The winds arrived first, whipping through streets and between buildings with ominous howls. Thunder rumbled as lightning spiderwebbed across bruised skies, nature's terrifying fireworks display signaling worse to come. And then the heavens opened up, unleashing endless torrents of rain upon the cities below. Hello and welcome to Unpredictable Planet. The downpour was merciless, submerging entire neighborhoods under rising floodwaters that continued swelling by the hour. Roads transformed into churning rivers, weathering away infrastructure and swallowing vehicles whole. Buildings strained against the water pressure as first levels disappeared from view, their foundations fighting a losing battle to withstand the barrage. Panicked citizens rushed for higher ground, some forced to evacuate to their rooftops, clinging to whatever shelter remained as the overwhelming tides rose further still. Desperate calls flooded emergency response centers from thousands marooned by the climactic maelstrom. Each cry for help bore the gravity of lives hanging in the balance against rapidly closing windows for rescue. Like a colossal tidal wave crashing ashore, the tempest pummeled coastal cities with towering 10-meter swells. Massive waves battered harbors and surged kilometers inland, decimating entire waterfront districts under the relentless aquatic assault. Entire cargo ships and tankers now sway precariously at sea, unable to find safe harbor amidst the violent shores. For hapless fishing villages, there would be no refuge, no way to evade the cyclonic winds and their formidable aquatic allies. Lashing currents swallowed kilometer after kilometer of coastline, conquering all in their path. The sea rose merciless meteorically, submerging anything remaining in reach of its grasp. Further inland, floodwaters wear away the foundations of cities and stability of lives. In Trebon, emergency sirens cut through the night, accompanying hammering rains and howling gusts of wind, underscoring the sheer desperation and devastation wrought by the storm's landfall. A barrage of pleas for help homes flattened, arteries blocked, citizens endangered, highlighted the storm's paralyzing impact. With over 300 reported incidents and counting, emergency response capabilities are stretched beyond their limits. As the tempest marches onward, astronomical volumes of water drown the high region under relentless waves sweeping ceaselessly inland. Sea levels swallow neighborhoods whole, battering barriers and overrunning flood defenses. A swelling wall of water meters high nears Keren, where total inundation looms. All that stands between 10,000 souls and aquatic oblivion is a final, failing 1-meter barrier against 5-meter swells, driven by an unforgiving cyclone. Residents awaiting rescue by overstrained emergency crews now face a harrowing reality. Sometimes salvation brings a danger all its own. Attempting escape through the churning waters risks getting swept under by ruthless cross-currents made stronger by the hour. Meteorologists issue dire warnings to brace for heavier rains and intensifying danger. Staring ahead at the gathering dark skies, citizens ponder in stunned disbelief. Will this relentless rain never yield? The sheer scale of devastation becomes clearer by the moment. Beyond the death toll still rising, damage cuts to the bone of Turkey's infrastructure. Flooding swallows emergency management headquarters, eliminating the nerve center, coordinating rescue and recovery operations across afflicted zones. Transport arteries that serve as economic lifelines now lay buried under rock and silt. Rebuilding could take not years, but decades. Turkey's nightmarish scenario has only begun, but when the clouds part and floodwaters recede, the arduous process of putting entire cities and millions of lives back together awaits. Officials now face profound decisions in the coming hours and days that will determine how quickly the broken land can mend. But some wounds cannot be repaired, only remembered, as future generations stand watchful of gathering storms on the horizon.